thing happened to this poor man the last time. Thought we should give him a bit of a second chance, you know? Just to give him the benefit of the doubt. So, let me see now. There we go. That should look fine. I redrew him on this, and I switched my camera around. I'm gonna get rid of this temporarily because that is not correct. I keep on screwing myself over with this thing. In fact, let me fix it really quick while we're going here. It's supposed to be 20. It's supposed to be FNAF stream. There we go. And then the starting amount is 18. And then 04/26/2021. There we go. Done. Now are you going to show? Hey, now it looks right. Now we're just going to put the keyboard off to the side now. Oh, am I quiet? Let me have a look. I don't, it doesn't say that I'm quiet. Like, it says that I'm up there. I don't know, does that sound better? Or, I don't know. Oh, is it? Well, let me make sure I got everything with me. Because pastels are so... We're doing it in black and white because those are the only two I actually have at the moment. And I don't trust myself to do anything other than that color after what happened last time. All I gotta do is just find a quick vibe of music. Oh, I have this angle is so bad for my computer, but you know, I just not. Bleh. Okay, I think I'm gonna go with some lofi in the background. Boop. Skip. I think that should be fine. Now all I need to do is just grab the picture. And once we got the picture, everything is good. I just have to find a way to filter it into black and white and not break my Chromebook while I'm doing that. But I think that this one should come out so much better this time. You know what? I'll just take a picture of it with my phone. My phone can automatically... Don't do that. Why do I just choose this? I should go live earlier. But I quite literally panicked because I didn't... We're doing Wilbur again, mostly because I panicked and I didn't have enough time to draw a different person. So we went with this. And nothing's wrong with good old Wilbur. He's got a recognizable face. There we go, we got him on the phone. Cannot wait for the day I can get a better phone than this. Now all we gotta do is just make him black and white. And once that happens, he'll be easy to draw. Contrast. That's not that. Saturation. Yes, saturation. Here we go. Good old boys in black and white now. Well, I suppose we should just get started. Biggest thing you always do is just start with the white. We also got an eraser on hand. Should I have napkins? We got a rag. We're good. I'll go grab napkins later if I actually need them. I was trying to remove some of the graphite off of here. Because graphite and pastels don't like each other too much. So you have to be a bit careful with that. There we go. It won't be a demon this time. I'm so much better with pastels than I am with paints. So, meh. Okay. The first thing I tend to always do, though, is just start off with the eyes. You can tell I've already gotten used to digital ones because I really want to zoom in on this picture, but I can't because it's physical, you know? That just sucks. Just makes me weird. Oh, you know what I do have? I have Q-tips. Where did those go? Those will actually be good. I'll be back in just a quick sec. go, Q-tips. There. You know what? I'm gonna tie my hair back while I'm at it too. There we go. Because I have been known to just get everything in all of my stuff when doing stuff like this. So there we go. Got one little piercing eye. I'm just really hoping the camera's gonna stay in focus this time, because it never likes to do that. There we go. I'm really hoping I got the lighting better this time, you know? I just wish I had something better than, you know, I'm just gonna use my left hand. I suck at doing anything with my right hand. There we go, that's the first eye. Oh yeah, Q-tips are gonna be so helpful with this. I'm kind of glad with this, because every other picture I had, they have like multicolored eyes and everything, and they're like more gray. But this dude, he's just got pitch black. Oh, that makes it a bit easier. Well, it's pitch black with like little white dots on it, but we're not gonna worry about the little white dots for right now. There we go. That's the start. Now let's just, you know what, we're gonna zoom in on the eyes for right now. We'll get around the face eventually. Until then, we're just gonna do this. And I gotta make, God, that is so loud. I'm gonna turn Do Not Disturb on, because I did not have that scare me while I'm doing this. Yeah, because I shouldn't have used a 6B pencil on this. It's supposed to be like as light as you can. I'm just glad I can blow on the paper again. It makes it so much easier to get rid of those eraser markers. So yeah, we're just gonna take this and go along. And then just kind of add a bit of eyebrow there, you know? Well, you know, there's lighting there. It's weird. I know usually you're supposed to do the eyebrows last, but I don't care too much. No jump scares. Yeah, we're just gonna blend that out. And now, I think we're gonna have a go at the whole amount of skin here. Because this dude is, I don't know, he should be a bit easier to do since he's mostly just white. So the shading should be a bit easier on me. I have to hope I don't get pastel dust in my face and eyes and every other little crevice. It's been a good little while since I worked with it, a few months. There we go. See, like, this is my low energy stream, because this takes a lot less to set up than the other. Well, no, this takes more to set up than the others. But these are the longer streams, you know? Okay, we're gonna go down around there. I don't know. I just really like drawing this guy, because he's a lot easier too. I was trying to draw, like, originally I wanted to do Minx for this, but trying to draw her is hard when, like, there's not a lot of pictures of her that are, like, in good rendition, you know? This dude's got a bunch of full HD stuff, so good picture of him was easier to find. And then this is, like, the best one, because, like, you got the nice background and everything. Oh, the background was so easy. Yeah. What else was I doing? We're not going to worry about the hair for right now, because that's going to be the hard part. So we're just going to go around his face, be a bit diligent. Just kind of go over everything, you know? And then we'll come back after. I had to erase his teeth, though, because I tried drawing those in, and they just did not want to work properly. Ooh, that was a big dust cloud. Yeah, I tend to do digital art as well. Well, I used to just do this. I only recently figured out how to use my tab or my Chromebook for it. You better not be scratching at my door, dog. Let's see. So it kind of Because, like, we're looking at his shadow, like the shadows that it comes from. Wait, I would put this picture on the stream, but I'm too lazy to go looking for it. And it just kind of comes all the way over here and then ends right the eyebrow. Yeah, like that. I'm just gonna blend that in. Because you're always supposed to add the white on top. And then we're just gonna, that's the start. Yeah, not a lot is gonna happen with this stream. Only doing it so that I actually have something out. And also, like, why not do art if you can do it, you know? There's a lot of people on this site that cannot do this at all. Oh, we'll clean that up later. Now, I think we should have a douse right. Oh, we need to add a bit more. And then we're gonna take this and we're gonna add it like around the edge of the eye because well, actually, you know what? We're gonna white out the eye first. Remember, this is why I always do the eyes first. Yeah, I'm gonna turn it a tiny bit. That way I can really get in there. There we go. The eyes must always stay as white as you can get them. And you have to be careful not to, like, the eyes where you don't blend, you know? So, really, what is he? So it comes down from the eyebrow. Yeah, so this weird line I have here actually does work, because it comes all the way down here. It wraps around the nose. I don't know what this line is. Oh, that's where it's really dark. Oh, okay. Comes around here where it wraps around the nose. There we go. And I know it doesn't, like, he definitely looks weird right now, but he'll look more human later. I found that when I did the drawing of Shaq, that he didn't look like himself until after I had finished, you know? That's the weird thing about art, is that sometimes it never looks done. You still have to keep, like, you feel like you still have to keep going. Yeah, this is a start. Now let's see. He's actually got a very good dip on the upper lip that I think we should get to. And it goes right here. He's got a natural dip where the lip is. He has very prominent lips, which kind of helps with the drawing. Because then it takes a bit less shading, you know? Oh, I have a feeling this is going to look just as weird as the painting, just with the better shading. It's going to look like a slightly off-brand version of him. That's all I'm going to say. But we're just going to get the shading in around everything. I'm going back to the eye now, because we know it comes all the way up to the eyebrow. But then it comes around his eyes as well. And then it darkens, like, right there. And we'll use it again, and we'll blend that in. So we don't care too much about the lines right now, because we're getting into those shadows, you know? We want to be careful with the shadows, though, too. Because we don't want them to take over the picture. Ooh, I do love doing these Sunday streams. And honestly, doing this, it forces me to actually try to do it as well. Because, like, back before I started streaming, I barely used this art book. Like, look at how many empty pages there are. A lot of my art books actually are just empty because I did the work when I was in school and everything. But as soon as art class stopped happening, as soon as I moved on to a different subject, they just kind of took a place in the corner. So I'm glad I'm actually getting some use out of them now. Because otherwise they would have just continued to sit in that corner, not doing anything. There we go. It's a start. I'll have a workaround with it. Yeah, because it always looks weird when it's only partially shaded. So we're going to follow along the contours of this line as well. Enter in right here. This dude does look quite tired. Right, we're going to also want to switch out the Q-tips every so often, as to not bring that dark shade with us everywhere. Some places we're going to need a much lighter one, and some places we're going to need a much darker one, you know? Okay then, that's going to work a lot better than I actually thought it was. I'm going to get this corner of his mouth now. Because I know, like, right here we have, well, we don't have this giant dip part, so we might actually erase this part a bit. Because it's not as big. Just want to get a bit of that dark graphite out. Because if the graphite's too dark, it's going to adhere to where we actually want to put it. So really, it's very sharp against the mouth. So it's actually like a bit closer than you'd think it is. It comes in right there. And then it angles out. Yes, just like that. You know, I had the funniest thing today. Like, I woke up so late because I completely forgot it was daylight savings time. So I was so confused about, because like last night was the first time in a while I had stayed up until like around 3 a.m. Because I had been listening to Minx and her groupies talk about the injusticeness of women on Twitch and YouTube, and how bad it is to go to TwitchCon parties. It's really weird to it was kind of weird to hear them talk about it, because they were talking about like how a lot of people, despite being like these big Twitch streamers, are in debt because you have, like, in order to like stream to like Americans, you have to pay taxes, you know? So you're paying twice the amount of taxes in a way. And that can put you into debt. And like that on top of food and rent and utilities and all kinds of other things, there's really just, there's not a lot of money. And like that's, like after hearing that, it always surprises me of why so many people drop out of school after they get big. Like, do they not check like the money problems before? But then they went to talking like, well yeah, but like they went to talking about that's a big difference between males and females. Like take Tebo for example. He recently dropped out of school entirely. And was trying to coast his other male friends too, you know? Like Rambo. But like the world is just not as easy. Like if I were to do like if I was a big streamer and I were to do that, I wouldn't be able to do that at all. Simply because I would like I would make the same amount of money. Like that's what Puffy was saying. Like she's the most subscribed woman on all of Twitch. And yet there are some guys that get her whole subscription account, like her whole subscription count in one stream is what she's gotten like for like weeks. And it goes into that whole thing of people always saying like, oh, you're a simp if you go and like you donate to a female, you know? Strange that they tried to ban that word. Like, how is that a bad word? But still, it's like a male, they'll get congratulated. A male will get congratulated when they are given rewards for doing this kind of stuff. Like, they can post on YouTube, they can stream on Twitch. and not have to worry about their bodies being questioned or as to why they look a certain way. Like that's why even now, like I'm still small, but I make sure to not have my camera be lower because that could end up causing issues for me eventually, you know? There's already a lot of girls who get that daily issue. Guy comes along, just plain annoying in the chat, and then he almost expects it of you. Like those guys who came and tried to make fun of me earlier, but I just found funny. There's always going to be trolls around, so you gotta be very careful with it. So, just like back on the topic, like another big thing that they were even just talking about is like how bad it gets on TwitchCon. Oh, did you? Well, see, like not all are bad, but some of them can get pretty. Ugh. I don't know. It's such a big thing. Cause like as a female, you like as soon as you start, you immediately can't have the feeling that one day you're going to be big, you know? Because people aren't going to watch you as much, just considering the fact that you're female. Or if you're not into FIFA, or, you know? Because I've already seen so many females on here that play Minecraft. And not to be like mean or anything, but compared to some of the guys that play Minecraft on this website, compared to some of the girls, like some of the girls have much better builds, or just they're more comfortable to just listen to. But the guy barely talks, and he's just running around, jumping in circles. And for some reason, that gave him more popularity, and that people will literally wait for him in the chat until he's back again. It just baffles me, you know? Really, how different is it? Oh, that doesn't look too bad. Just the under eye. Well, yeah. Like, there's not a lot of female speedrunners. That's one thing I noticed. Like, even myself, I don't find any joy in speedrunning. And that's just because, like, I find it more fun to, like, build or to fight with zombies. But, like, then those big guys have to come along and they're immediately like, you can't be a Minecraft person unless you speedrun. You can't be a Minecraft person unless you're building those giant towers, giant castles, or even like me, like you have to be like Philza apparently to be a good hardcore streamer. Like how many times already have I died in hardcore? 3 times. Like, and I'm still trying. Because I don't have anything better to do. It's just a sad fact that that's always going to be a struggle. Just because I'm female. And like it also like you can even go into like if you're gay or any other alteration. I think that's the right word for that. But like as soon as people find out, they're gonna treat you differently. You know? It's not gonna have the same luck that you used to. Like that guy, I'm Alex. He was there. He was talking about like as soon as like he came out on YouTube, like suddenly everybody treated him differently. They were always asking him like about other gay YouTubers. They just, or I don't think he's gay. I think he's bisexual, as he said. He's one of the other. I can't remember at the moment. But like, he was just saying about how awful it was. Because as soon as that happened, like Jojo Siwa. But as soon as it happened, everything changed. Because Beforehand, it had been like either people like your videos and streams or they don't. But then suddenly it was them questioning him just because of what, like his alterations, you know? It always became about whether or not you were normal or you were abnormal. And no matter what they said, there would always be someone there to question it, you know? I just find that so annoying. Oh yes, this is already coming out so much better than whatever the heck I made last week. Look at that pretty eye. Yeah. I wonder if maybe like eventually I'll have some kind of following. At least enough to like really have someone to spark it up, you know? Who knows? It's really like nothing you can say too much for sure. It's all completely random. But at the same time, not at all. Cause like I've gotten a lot better with posting the clips. I already don't have to post them for tomorrow because I have one scheduled for tomorrow. I'm gonna be posting a clip every day, and then if I ever get smart enough, actually try making a video. Maybe I'll make a GeoGuessr video. Maybe in a call with someone and we can blindly run around. Yeah, if you don't like the content, like then you wouldn't have to watch it, but it's like sometimes like even like going into like the big guys and watching their streams, I find it so incredibly boring, you know? Like take Rambo for example. He's not too bad of a streamer, but sometimes he will play the exact same song on loop for a good amount of hours. And like I can't handle that too well. It just becomes agonizing after a bit to listen to the same thing over and over. So like I would tend to ignore his streams a bit. Like I haven't watched them for a bit just because of that. I can't handle the repetitiveness in the background because then it forces me to focus on it and I don't like it. And I suppose it's like that's like not the biggest issue. But it's just like I wonder what the thing was up like with faceless. Oh, actually that reminded me of another. I was looking at a Reddit thing earlier today about another thing with the inequality of females. A huge thing about it was the faceless YouTubers. A lot of girls are like absolutely terrified of actually showing themselves on stream and such. So they want to be faceless YouTubers, but apparently if you sound feminine, then you are required to show your face to everybody. Like I did it because I don't have any qualms about showing my face to the world, you know? Like I'm not scared of it at all, but a lot of other girls are. And then it's like if they had one that had like a face stream and then another where they wanted to just hide, suddenly they're criticized for not wanting to show their face that day, you know? And it's just like it's so mean, you know? And like so not understanding either. Like some of these guys don't show their faces ever. And they just get millions of people. They get millions of people flaunting over them. Oh, welcome back. Yeah, it's so unfair to females because they shouldn't have to show their face or their bodies in order to have some kind of respect or to make some kind of even a career out of streaming, even if it's just a side time gig, you know? Like they shouldn't be forced to do it just because other people have said so or because it's assumed because they're female. And it just makes me feel so sad for them. But I also think about myself too, because if that happens that often, then eventually that's prone to happen to almost every girl. Some guy randomly comes in, or a group of people will randomly just spawn, either from a surprise raid or anything else. And then they'll have a go. They'll see what they can get away with. See, that was why I was lucky I actually have mods, you know? Because if that does ever happen, especially that, like, Pinky, you're my mod. You're a girl. I have another female to defend me. Like, females have always had to defend other females. Yeah. And that's why I trust you entirely with banning anybody weird or creepy who comes in. And that's why I'm lucky I ended up getting 2 mods of people that I know. Because in that way, like, you are here for every stream. And I can trust you, you know? So I know I'm not going to have to defend myself. But I've learned a lot of tricks from other people as well, like on TikTok, that teaches you how to close off the chat. If like, sometimes, like, apparently a big thing right now is bot rating, where it's like suddenly your channel will have like 1.2k following, but those are all bots, and like you can get in trouble if they think that you sent those bots to yourself, because it's considered cheating, and you'll get like, it's a kind of a way to try to trick people into getting themselves banned, especially if you don't realize right away. Luckily, Twitch has gotten a bit better with that. I forgot to draw his teeth. I just realized that. You know, we're gonna ignore that part for right now. We're gonna go up to his other eye. We'll draw his teeth in later. There we go. It's like, how many times have we been told to like assume that like you have to, I don't know, females always have to try so much harder as well. Like, even to just do regular things, like schoolwork, everything. Heck, even in England, they tried putting they tried setting out a thing where men have to be in by 6 o'clock because a police officer decided he was going to kidnap and murder a young girl. But of course, and like, it's understandable because like, it's become such a normalized thing that almost every female is terrified of leaving the house after dark, because you know for a chance you are going to get attacked, and for no reason either. But you know it's a common thing. It's a normal thing almost, which is overly depressing. Yeah. But then it's like, the thing that annoyed me the most though was that there were so many men who were just saying, well, now you're taking off all the good men off the street that could help. Like, honestly, they're not good men though. Like, otherwise, why else do you think like women, instead of shouting like rape, or instead of shouting like for help, they're told to shout for like fire, because otherwise people aren't going to care. That is the number one thing that you were taught when you're a young girl. Because otherwise, no one around you is going to care. Or they're just going to avoid it, because then that's a confrontation. Yeah. Like, it's a sad fact that we even need those items. Like, there's literally a phone case you can buy that is a police level taser. Like, it's sad that we ever even have to think that we need these items, because we can't trust our own surroundings. We can't go outside and go to the mall without, even like, from a guy oogling us to some creep thinking that because we're a girl that he has the right to come over to us. You know? It's like I've had plenty of those interactions where I've had like entire families turn around and stare at me. But like that's from the confusion of my race. But like if you're ever big-breasted as well, you can count on like half them all just staring you down as you walk by. And like we're like people always try to teach us, oh, be proud of that. But then it's like it's creepy, you know? Like you can't go anywhere without some creep just staring at you, not even at your eyes, but just at your body. Like, that's why I don't even go out too much anymore. Like I used to always wonder why everyone was such home buddies, but it's like at home you don't have to worry about being stared at. Yeah. Yeah, it's the thing that doesn't help because like where we live, you have a giant ass mall. It's a tourist attraction. So you get stuff like from all over the world right there. And it's just people who don't care. Okay, we're gonna come in with the eraser a bit. It's just a sad thing that like, well, they always say that we have to fight for equality. It's going to be a never-ending fight. Like I was looking at people who like have small businesses, males compared to females. Apparently, it's a common thing to have a male assistant, even though you don't actually have one. And that male assistant is supposed to handle confrontations, you know? Because for the girls, for the women, they have to have that because otherwise their client is going to question every little thing that they do. As if like they're absent-minded. It's just like that's another thing like but that's the biggest issue is that once those people lose power, those people's children have their same ideals. So in a way, there's no escape from it. It's still going to be there in the end, you know? Because as long as those ideals exist, there's always going to be people to support them. Like, why do you think there's still Nazis in the world? There's there's still the KKK because those ideas existed once, and they had brainwashed people, brainwashed children to grow up with those ideals. And they learned that was normal, and when they see the regular world, what we see as completely normal is now they're irregular, so they're gonna change it to their will. Well, yeah, there is a lot of rebellion, but that rebellion can only go so far, because everything that you do is embedded in you when you are a very young child. So, take for instance, if your parents were very much against homosexuality, and you grew up constantly around that for a long time, and you are going to feel as though it is wrong as well, because you quite literally do not know better. Not because that's the only influence you had. And after a while, it almost becomes unchangeable, you know? Because it takes so much just to change, like, your whole standard of thinking, you know? It's almost the same as, like, you being colorblind and everybody always telling you that the sky is one color, that the sky is red, because you see it like, yeah. If everyone tells you that the sky is red, but you've never seen, like, you've seen the sky, it's blue, but they tell you it's red, you've never seen blue, you're just going to think that it's red. But when somebody tells you that it actually is blue, and they show you the change, it's going to take a long time, because one thing you've always known is not going to be the same. And it always changes too. I don't know. It makes me wonder about my own future quite a bit. I've done that a lot. Just 'cause like what future do I have to look forward to, you know? Because a big thing, job applications as well. They're a lot less likely to hire a female. Or even in some countries, you have to include a picture of your face, which I find not too good. Because then that means that if you don't fit a good beauty standard, then you can bet that you're not finding work anywhere, you know? Okay, let's focus a bit more on this nose now. Yeah, we'll do that. I don't know, it's like, when you actually think about it, like, this world is very screwed up. And it's very mandated, like, everything was built towards making men as comfortable as possible, you know? The moment any female wants to have comfort, like, wants to just have some kind of regularity, suddenly it's like the worst thing in the world. And it's sad more than anything. Because, like, even when I have my own daughter one day, like, I'm gonna know for a fact that she is going to have to fight for every little right. Even though it should say that we already have them. Like, we're not given them. Like, everywhere says that we have the same rights as men, and yet we have to we have to prove that we're even deserving of it, you know? Like, we have to prove the fact that we're just as human, just the same as the guy next door. Oh, his nose looks like a complete mess, though. We'll try to clean it up a bit. Yeah, we'll try that. I know. And I feel like not enough people talk about these issues, too, you know? And, like, if you really, if you think about it, I guess I can see why there's still so many issues. Like, literally, the 20s, 1920, it has been 100 years since women have worn pants. More than 100 years ago, a woman wearing pants, she would have gotten in a lot of trouble. Would have been seen as, like, coarse, as, like, not even prudent, but as vulgar. They still deemed the word pregnant, as vulgar in the 20s. So when you saw women wearing pants, could you imagine what all the men thought? Like, sure, it is nothing new. Everyone having to fight for their rights, but I don't know, isn't it about time that, like, I shouldn't have to try twice as hard? I shouldn't have to spend twice the amount of hours doing everything just to earn the right that the man was given the first time? I might be talking a lot about this, but it's one thing that irks me a lot. Just because, like, I see everybody else and, like, I'm doing the exact same stuff as them, but I see them getting praised and yet I'm getting ignored. Like, even my hobbies were made to be feminine because that's what even my parents, they fall into very traditional rules. And that's just because the way that they were raised themselves. They were raised by very traditional parents themselves. And thus so was I. Like, things I first learned were how to sew, how to cook. I know how to cross stitch and how to knit and make little rug things with puppies and kittens. Like, everything that I have is made to be feminine. And that's just because that's what my parents assumed. Of course, they weren't too happy when I started liking punk things more. And when I started to change the ideals of what I wanted. Like, I still like getting my nails painted. I still like getting pedicures, manicures, and all that stuff. But I'm not a girl who, like, will die without it, you know? I'm not that far gone. I just hope I'll never end up like that, always having to go. Maybe things will change more when we get older. Like, maybe one day we won't have to travel in packs because we can't trust the men around us. Like, even going to a bar can't be trusted. Yeah. But it's like my brother talks about all the time, like the going to the bars. Why do you think that they have why do you think that they have free drinks for women night? Because that the whole thing for that is to get the woman drunk enough that she would be willing to sleep with any guy at the bar, you know? Because unlimited drinks, that's an unlimited way to intoxicate someone to the point that they don't recognize what's happening around them. And that's just so dangerous, you know? Okay, we're gonna get his lip now. Oh yeah, there are a lot of men that get abused as well. And there's like a lot of that gets taken away as well. But another big thing is that if it's happening to a man, they'll either be ignored or a lot more will happen, you know, to fix it. Oh, I did that on the top lip and you do it on the bottom. I don't know, it just, the wording for it is so much irregular. Yeah, like Johnny Depp. He had take him for example, yeah. He had the whole world to support him after everything came out, and it turns out that he wasn't actually the evil person and it was the girl. But still, he had a lot of people's support because it was regular. If you take another girl that it happened to, can't think of one at the moment, but or if you take what happened at those TwitchCon parties, people leaving drinks out, something that could very easily be roofied. Nothing was done because the girls were seen as liars or that they were just trying to get attention. And nothing happened for quite a while because of that until somebody actually did end up getting hurt. Only then did they actually believe the poor girls. Still, it's just so much happens. I heard he's supposed to be getting all of his spots back, otherwise people are going to be boycotting the movies, you know? Okay, we're going to have to go at his top lip now, and then... Okay. You know what, we're going to bring out the creepy picture again. The glossiness, because I don't trust myself to get the teeth right. We have to be very careful with this. So we want to get the lip placement right. So that's supposed to be the top lip. Goes right there. Yeah. I'm just glad I'm never gonna have to look at this. I need to get more tracing paper. Is that the top? No, that's off. We have to be very careful with how we do this, otherwise we're gonna really screw ourselves over. The line also goes right there, but then when I top it... Oh, it is off, so this actually is supposed to go down. You know what, I'm just gonna rip it. We're not using it again anyways, and we just need the mouth. Everything else we got... I just have to hope, when does he stop looking so creepy? You know? Now we just have his little mouthpiece. Now we can... Here. There we go. Just his mouth. Just put it down. And match it up. You know? Easy. Now where's my pencil? There we go. And then we just kind of mark along the teeth. And then we go upwards because he does show the tiniest amount of gum. Ah, he's got shark teeth. Oh well. I'll just draw it in myself. Just love to make everything difficult. So yeah, there's... Yeah. So it kind of comes down right here, but it's thin. And then it comes off. And it's rounded too, so we have to be careful of that. It comes up there. Oh, wait. Oh, I don't have a... I need an eraser. You know what? I'm just gonna erase that. I know where the gums are. 'Cause that's a gum. And then there's another one right here. And then another one over right here. Okay. He's got wide teeth though, so... No, that doesn't look right though. I can't just give him no teeth. You can't see it too well, but... It comes like all the way down. Yeah, that much. We'll start off with drawing the... Right, because his teeth come all the way down here, so it just goes up here. And there's another one that goes up here. It has a downwards edge. Then another up here. And another angled up here. Starting to come out a bit better. And that goes down. It's angled up. And then there's a little shark tooth in there. Let me erase that. Yeah, he would look incredibly weird without the teeth. There we go. And then down, down. And then let's properly get that in. And then just like that. The line comes all the way through. Nah, it's not perfect, but we'll fix it a bit more. Where's the line? No, that's the bottom part of the lip. Okay, you know what? We're just gonna add the top lip. And if it does fail, he can just wear a mask. Okay. Need something less fluffy. Oh gosh. Need something a little less fluffy. There we go. Then we want it to come down. We want to keep the teeth white though. I'm gonna pick someone with less teeth. Honestly, I like doing these pastel drawings though. Because I have not incredibly panicked yet either, which is nice. It's nothing like when I was trying to paint. Of course, we'll still do painting streams, but I think I might, like, I don't know. It gets boring just doing one thing all the time, right? You know, I have blending sticks. Why don't I use that to get the middle of the teeth? And you know what? One day we'll redraw Wilbur in all his glory. And he won't look as creepy as he does now. He will look like a literal human being. Oh, it comes all the way out, doesn't it? I know. Like, I can't believe I ever used to draw without these beauties. Oh, okay, I shouldn't have done that. He doesn't have... Well, his bottom lip isn't actually as big as I'm seemingly making it either. So we're gonna lighten up that bottom a bit. And then get a new bottom. And go on like that. This looks kind of weird, but at the same time I don't know, it looks normal, but at the same time doesn't look normal. You get what I mean? We're gonna blend this area a bit better. That is not as light as I'm making it. I don't think it's looking too bad. You know what? This is still better than the demon. But we gotta angle his nose. Where did my... Oh, there's the white one. Yeah, the nose got a little weird, didn't it? I know it's got a white line thing going all the way down here. And then that branches off here. Now we just gotta fix his nose a bit more. Because there's just something about it that's not right. It might be because of the boxiness of it. Yeah, because there's a line that's right here that we're going to add in. Gosh, I've used my art supplies more than I have in months. Okay, now we take the white. We're going to add a wee bit of a line right here. Really, the line goes like all around it. There we go. What I gotta do is get more of a ball going here, you know? I think that's the issue, is that the ball of the nose isn't really there yet. Kind of come... Yeah, that might actually help it a bit more. I wonder what's gonna happen this summer. Because nothing happened last summer because of everything that happened. It's like, is there going to be something worthwhile happening, maybe? Hopefully. Hopefully it's a bit more over because, like, the vaccines are starting to come out. Nobody's dead from them. There has to be some kind of a chance of normalcy soon. Oh, this looks so creepy. And these two places, they're a lot darker than they actually are on the stream. Is it? Oh, it might be because of his eyes of why he still looks so weird. Because these places at the front here are actually a lot darker.
If you'd like to make a call, please hang up and try again. If you need help, hang up and then dial your operator.
There we go. Yeah, let's try to blend that out. I think that's why he looked weird, is because the shadows just weren't dark enough. But we'll fix him up. Make him good as new. Oh yeah, that definitely helped a bit on that one eye. So now let's get to this other one. So yeah, it was the shadow. The shadow wasn't deep enough. Honestly, I'm kind of weirded out how much this actually looks good on stream. This dude has like no upper lip though. And then we want to cut through that line right there. And then blend it out a bit more. Yeah, I like these because maybe I should just do more of these because they're quicker to do. Like, we've already almost fully completed his face, and it's only been an hour and 6 minutes. Let's get it. I'm blasting through Q-tips today. But I really want to darken this area because it's not supposed to be that light. I'll have a properly drawn face next time, though. You know, one thing I wish was that art streams got more views. Last one I saw that actually had like a lot of views, considering for an art stream that like wasn't by like Niachu or something, was like a most of 55 people. Compared to those people who play Minecraft who get like 60 like or 80k people. It's weird. Because talent like this you're not gonna see too often. Yeah. There's nobody there to look at it because yeah. Well then again, I suppose the human attention span is only like what, 8 seconds? No, it's actually the recent studies actually showed it was 6 seconds. When in 1990 it was 12 seconds. So I can kind of see why no one would stick around too much for the art because they're bored a few seconds in, you know? We as humans have a shorter attention span than a goldfish, which is not a good thing to say. I'm gonna start getting in with that ear. We're gonna have to substitute a bit though, because it comes down a bit further than I thought. Yeah, just like that. It's not perfect, but it's close enough. There we go. Honestly, I'm surprised that humans have lasted as long as we have. Considering how quickly we were to destroy everything, blame it on everything else, continue to destroy everything, And now we're trying to send ourselves off to other planets, or claiming that aliens would want to meet us after, well, how we act. Like, if I were an alien, I would say that this could be a good demonstration of what a civilization shouldn't be, you know? Because, like, how could we expect to ever get along with an alien if we can't stop fighting with our own species, you know? Think so? It could be. Apparently aliens are actually already on the Earth, but they just have laws that, like, they're not allowed to interact with humans because humans would not react nicely to, hello, I'm an alien, you know? Okay, so he's got the fringe that comes all the way up right there. He's got this little scoop behind his ear. Just comes like that. But it's much thinner at the top, so it's like that. And then the Sony headphones. Get those headphones in now. Yeah, Men in Black. What was I talking about before? I can't remember. Can't remember anything I just said after Sony headphones. It's a weird thing, you know? Like, just complete mind blank. There we go. Now we're just gonna come down with it. And it's easy. The headphones, they are black. Yeah, for the most part. Except for, like, right here. The weird dip thing that goes around. Then along this edge, too. Oh, I'm just so happy that this thing looks like a human. There's another, like, little white dot right here. Other than that, it's all the same. We'll write Sony on it later. So much better than I thought it would. See, like, when I was making the demon, I sounded calm, my head was panicking. But now it's just like, yeah, it kind of resembles a human. Like, it's like the cousin of the demon that, like, came from the normal parents, you know? There it goes. It actually, like, I'll write the Sony on it later, but it looks normal. You know, I don't know why, but even just doing this is reminding me of, do you remember Elmo's World? Oh, I don't have any water. You remember Elmo's World, where it's like you would zoom in on the window and, like, there were crayons and everything around it? I don't know why, but this is reminding me of that. Yeah, my orange, like, I just stole this from upstairs because I wanted juice. And it's been in my room for, like, 3 days. But I'm slowly making my way through it. No, I don't know why, like, the biggest thing, I don't know why, but I always remember from that Elmo's World show was the fact is that they asked a question, do you like showers or do you like baths more? That's like the only thing I can remember from that show. And like I remember I went into such an in-depth thinking process as to why someone would enjoy a shower more. Because like I would sit there in the bathtub, play with my Barbie dolls, and just sit there for a good hour. But now I understand why people like showers more. Because it's quick. You're in and then you're out. You don't have time to play with stuff anymore. So, I don't know, it's weird that like when I was younger that like it's weird to think that like that was like the biggest thing I had to think about when I was younger. And nowadays I'm wondering if I'm ever going to get a job. Like back then I used to always with my friends just constantly say, "Oh yeah, like ooh, don't move that." Like we always talked about how when we were going to be older, how we were going to like I don't know, it was like how we were going to eventually like move in together and like own like 50 dogs. It was always like a giant amount of dogs that we wanted. And to like to have an garden in the like have an outdoor garden in the middle of the house, you know? So that you could walk through, go into your own private garden and there'd be a giant tree and a little park. Basically, we wanted to be rich. It's not too bad of a dream to have, though. Even just to have a very pretty tree outside your house, you know? We're gonna be getting started with this hair soon. This is like, I am, I am really proud of myself with this one. Yeah. Of course, there's some things that you're probably never gonna be able to buy, like a yacht or a ship or anything. Ice around his mouth looks so weird. I don't know, we'll figure ourselves out one day. My biggest goal is I even wanna have a nice apartment where I'm allowed to have as many candles as I want and where I just have my own freedom, you know? Where I can eat anytime I want and sit down and watch cartoons for as long as I want. To be able to go outside and visit friends. Oh, I remember we had one of those when I was younger. It was my brother's. An automated toy car. Except it was a monster truck thing. It was yellow. That's what I remember from it. I remember it because he ran over me with it. That was part of my childhood. The magical the magicalness of getting completely run over by a toy car. And like those things like do sit on you. I just remember the anger of my parents that day as he parked the car on top of me. There are so many things like I'm starting to realize maybe siblings aren't supposed to be as violent to each other as like me and my brother were. Cuz like the amount of times that our mother had to glue wounds back together because we caused them to each other. Like one time my brother quite literally like he put me into a little plastic wagon and then shoved me in like full speed into a fence and then my mother had to glue my leg back together. Like apparently that's not the normal agenda for siblinghood, you know? Or like the Nightwing stick thing. You're not supposed to hit each other with golf sticks until you cause whip marks. It's like a darker mode right there though. I'm not gonna question the ear.
I'm as grown.
I'm just lucky this dude's hands aren't in the picture. Because if I had to draw his hands as well, I would not be happy with that. We'll go with this one. It's gonna get a bit more of the lip done. It doesn't look like him anymore, but it still looked like a human. So I'm gonna take that as a win. You know? Definitely gonna keep this part of the book closed though. You know, just because of the way he looks. I can't remember what it's called, but it's that whole thing of like, it resembles a human, but it's like not close enough to be a human, so it creeps you out, you know? Can't remember what that's called, but there's a lot of things that like, it's the same thing of like why I used to always hate mascots, because they were incredibly creepy. Right, I forgot, you're supposed to add highlights like, so this looks like kind of like an e-boy version of him with eyeliner. He would look good if he actually wore eyeliner, you know? There's a lot of guys that would actually look really good if they figured out how to wear eyeliner. Okay. I think for the right now, we should start to head over here to the hard part. How is the music going? It's gonna like say, are you still listening soon? Oh yeah, we're... Let me maybe... We're not for thunder just yet. Oh, I do like the Wii music. I don't know how well that fits, though. It's funny, because I can use my mouse with one hand and still color with the other one. Of course, I have to look at two things at the same time. Yeah? We'll just leave it as Wii music for right now. You know, this... It doesn't look like a Wilbur. It looks like his name would be Bucky or something. Or like you would call him like Tristan or something, you know? That's what he looks like. That's why he doesn't look right to me, because he doesn't look like a Wilbur. Do you know what? With everything that's happened, like you gotta know for a fact that this year and like probably for like 5 more years, there's gonna be a bunch of random kids just called Wilbur. You know? Like there's gonna be a whole bunch of kids called Toby, Tommy, other like Wilbur, Clay. Those names are gonna become very popular because the mothers and the fathers were interested in them when they were younger, and they're gonna find those names to be of honor of their children because they were seen as childhood heroes, you know? It's just a thing that happens. Everybody wants to name their kids after someone. Honestly, I'd probably name my own goddamn kid Wilbur. It's a really good name when you actually think about it. You know? No, we're gonna just go to town with the hair, and we'll add the highlights in later. Cause I don't trust myself too much with the hair. I'm not good at doing hair. Also, what would you name your own kid if you had one? Because I know mine could be like Kyrie or Sky. What is this? No, this is from Mario. There's not a lot of Marios around anymore either. Mario is like the name of a 40-year-old man. Emma? That's a cute name. Yeah. I I don't know what I would do with a female, a name for a female. Maybe Gaia. Oh, don't you just love this guy just staring into your soul from the sidelines? Like he's got that nice uppercut look. He really looks like he's just waiting for you to uppercut him. Oh, what would be a good female name? I seriously can't even think of one. Huh. That's weird. What would be a good female name? Oh god, I'm gonna get stuck on this now. I might see if I can make a TikTok out of this later. But I'll do like that thing where it zooms in really high on one area and you draw little lions. I might do that and then make a TikTok out of it. My TikToks have been doing a bit better than I thought they would. Of course, I'm not getting the likes with it. I'm not at all getting any likes, really, with it, but the viewership, at least, you know? And as long as I can keep those higher, then it's a bit more helpful. Yeah, we're just gonna go to town, because the hair is kind of a jumbled mess, and then you add highlights later, you know? Oh, this music's making me feel more awake now. It's weird, it's almost felt like a bit of a daze, you know? But like now, I don't know, it's like when you're listening to like when you listen to Lo-fi, at least I find that like I kind of zone out. Like I went like full town woman's rights back then. But like now I'm awake again. Right, I was talking about TikTok. What was it? Yeah, the viewership. Because at least people know I exist. Oh god, that is a lot of powder. And like the thing is, I want more people to see that like I do streaming. I'm a girl. Come notice me. And you know, I don't get why guys think a lot of girl streamers have it easy. Like, I don't know. Maybe it's just the guy always feels like he has to perform for the female. You know what? Not a bad start for the hair. And then we kind of go in the middle and do lighter shadings. Yeah, like, so many guys think that females have a pretty privilege, like, on TikTok and everything. Of course, that might be true to some substantiality, but, like, really it's not, because even, like, on my TikToks, I see more males than I do any females. And, like, they're not even, like, amazingly cute guys or anything. It's just a bunch of dudes. And a lot of them don't even show their face, but it's just because the voice is male that you're more likely to see them, you know? Like, I don't even see female, like, I don't see dancers anymore on TikTok either. Or maybe it's just because I kicked myself out of that area, because I find them kind of annoying. All they do is just dance to something and then they get lots of likes. Ooh, there we go. See, look at this pretty boy. Isn't he cute? He looks cute while being a very big creep. No, I know what's up with it. It's like I've made him look younger somehow. So, It's like I'm... It's like he's the baby version of himself now. Ah, I don't know how I managed to do that, but cool. Oh wait, did that just change it? Did just coloring that in change it? He looks older now again. How do I keep on doing this to myself? Do you know what? It might change later. I'm not even gonna worry about his shirt right now. Yeah. Honestly, have you ever wondered why this guy looks exactly like, not Dan TDM. Dan is not on fire? Or like Daniel Howell? Is that his name? Like, I thought this guy was I thought this guy was Dan Howell. He's the Minecraft version of Dan Howell. That's how a lot of people reference him. There's a lot of similarities between them. Not just their face or... No, Daniel's not English. Phil is... There's a lot of similarities, like they both know a Phil. He's got this weird lump thing. I don't know what it is, and I'm not gonna question it. He looks old and young at the same time. Ah, we're gonna get his other headphone now. Oh, he's got an arm? Who would have thought? Oh, that's what that line was. Well, he's got an arm now. Honestly, I'm not super unhappy with this. Okay, I'm gonna zoom in on this earpiece now. I forgot to add white. There we go. And there's like another white piece that's just down here. But I need to make this whole thing lighter. I don't even know why I gotta Discord the painted lady. I don't know who that is. I don't even remember joining the Twitch. You know, one thing that's really weird is, for some reason, like, I get that this thing, like, Manicube exists for Minecraft, but I have gotten, like, 3 different random people who, like, friended me and then suddenly send me links about it, and I think they're all bots, and it's, like, really annoying. Because it's like, I don't like Manicube. You run around and you dig and then you run away. Like, I'm a lot more for Hypixel because it's easier to understand. What is people saying? Tina? Eh? Who's this person? Oh, well, she has a lot of people on that, so I'm just gonna ignore that. Uh-oh. Let's not do that. Let's go back to this. Okay. Oh, and then it's like all down here as well. It's just all black. But it comes right there, so just like that. Just like that. Nice and easy. No, he kind of resembles a human. No, we don't need the colored one. Go back. Gallery. Bam. I might get a bit of his arm now because his arm's kind of weirding me out here. his whole arm is just kind of a weird color, so we're just gonna do this. There we go. That's something. Let's not get it on the next page. And then we'll clear it up later. So I might move over to OBS at some point. I was thinking about it because it takes up a little bit less CPU. But I have to figure out how to add a chat and all the alerts. I have to go make my own alerts too. Why did it... Okay, I made the arm way too dark. So, then we go back with the white and we lighten it. We're in a fight with this arm because we are not making him weirdly dark again. Yeah, I don't got a PC, but it would be helpful to me because everything might crash less. Yeah, looks like an arm. Plus his sleeve is very shaded. It's like a lot shaded actually. Thing with pastels is like you have to do everything in the opposite, you know? It's always, you do all the shade first and then you do the highlights and everything else later. I don't know why it sounds like we're in a fight with Bowser right now. Okay, I'm just gonna go down. That's a sleeve. Yeah. Go like that. Nice and easy. I'm gonna come over right here and get this in as well. But it's darker on the side of his chin, which gives a subtle nod that his face is not part of the headset. That's a bit too much. Where'd the white go? Yeah, like that. A bit. I'm gonna darken it a bit. So I want to go to Starbucks soon. I haven't been to Starbucks for quite a while. Like back before the heavy snow, you know? It's like last year. Oh, this is a good jazz song. Hi. How are you? We are not making a monster this time. I'm telling you now, this has been so much more successful compared to what we tried to do last time. I think I found another talent of mine. Like, he resembles a human. That's already better than what's happening. Oh, why does his head look like that? You know what? I'm not gonna question the hair too much. Darken up those areas where it wants to be. I do not trust myself with hair, though. Because the second I do, it's going to be all weird and stringy. This is the thing, though. He has, like... Yeah, it is. See, you can sing along. I definitely can't. Honestly, it's weird, because songs almost seem more fun when you can't understand them. It's like... It's not that you're, like it reminds you of, like, gibberish. Well, it kind of does, because you don't understand the language, but it's like... It just feels more fun. I was actually watching a lot of hip-hop stuff earlier. And it's like... it reminded me, like, I don't know why I avoid K-pop like the plague. Like, I've listened to it before, but I get bored if I can't understand it, you know? Maybe that's just my own personal thing, though, you know? But like I like the dancing more than I actually like the singing, you know? Oh, that's why it looks so weird, because he's got a curl around, that's why. We're gonna see if we can fix that then. Probably not gonna be able to, but we'll see. He's got such a distinct hairstyle. Like, I don't think I've ever seen this dude with flat hair. Yeah, I'm kind of getting it. Okay, I need to zoom in on this. Okay. Oh, pause for a second. My dog is going at my door. Okay, we got that sorted out. My dog being his weird little self. Okay, now where else are we going with this? Right, his hair. This is the important part. So you want it to look like a human's hair. So really now it's getting in those dark parts. And the light parts. Do I have more gum? Oh, I have cherries in here. Right, I have that upside down cake I still need to eat. I completely forgot about that. Okay, where was I? There we go. Well, I'm just so glad I figured out how to change the camera around. Cause like, well, the other one wasn't too bad. It was like, it always looks a bit weirder when I'm painting something and like you can't see it from your own or how I see it. Yeah, after this I'm gonna go upstairs and eat a bunch of cake. The cake's good though. Goes good with whipped cream. My brother can't have it though because he's allergic to pineapples. There we go. I'm not even worrying about the background right now. That's the afterthought. The background is easy. It's got so many little curls. Let's go in with this white bit. And blend it out a bit more. Because it can't just be a black and staunch sheet, you know? This is going so much. I need to stop saying that. I'm just so happy with this. But I keep on remembering I'm a lot. I don't know why I'm just. Pastel is just really easy. Doesn't take as long either. too bad. Now we just kind of go around on these areas and darken it up a bit again. Yeah, just like this. I don't think I'm going to be super serious with the hair. Because, like, that would take a good amount of hours. I don't do hair too often either. Like, the other one I did was, the guy was bald, which I put in a bit of effort to actually find. So that I would be able to get out of doing hair. Gotta blend it out. And then we'll add the highlights. And then we'll move on to his shirt. Do a bit of background. And then we'll be done. Oh, I'm just happy I was able to chill out this time. I didn't feel as stressed out. Except for the fact I didn't prepare a picture. Like, I drew that, like, at the start of this, I drew that in like 20 minutes. And that was heavy rushing, you know? I'll definitely get some pre-drawn ones in this book later. And that way, in case the painting doesn't work out, we can always do a quick one of these. Where they look so not violent. I know, but it's like I was thinking about it all day until the fact that I completely forgot, and then when it was time, I didn't have it. Especially that I took Murphy, my dog, out for a walk just earlier. And I came back like literally just in time to start drawing as fast as I can, you know? Especially that I tried to draw Nikki and I tried to draw Minx before I settled for this dude again. Cuz like I thought we did him such a bad injustice last time. We have to do something to make it up to him. So now he has a better looking, like, the other guy has a better looking brother now. You know? Listening to this kind of makes me miss when I used to have my 3DS. You know what's weird is that kids today, their starting gaming device isn't a DS or a 3DS, it's the Nintendo Switch. Like, that's their starting thing. Like, my starting thing was a simple DS, and then I moved up to the Wii in 2007. No, the Wii came out in 2003, didn't it? I miss the simple times of when the Wii was the biggest thing, you know? There were no huge gaming things. Oh, I just missed when I was younger, you know? Used to play Raven Rabbits all the time. That was my thing. Okay, we're gonna move on to his shirt, though. Not too much of a shirt. It's just gray, so I'm not gonna worry too much about it. Oh, that was not nice in my face. Okay, this part's not too bad. So, really, it's right there. Then there's another piece here. Then another one right there. Can't remember what level this one was from. Do you know my biggest memory of like Nintendo stuff was what was it? It was like the Wii Island one where you would parachute onto an island and you'd have all that stuff to play. I remember my biggest thing was the water sport one where you'd have to beat each other until one of you fell in the water. That was my thing. You know? Oh, the shading is so off, but I don't care at this point. I keep on getting jump scared by my own hand on the screen. Why do my hands look so red? That is weird. Oh, my hands are kind of sticky. Oh, no, my hands are chalky from all this pastel. Okay. More neck there, and then the collar comes straight around. Oh, wait. No, it's actually... The collar's like right there. And then blend it. There we go. Then it comes around from past his shirt. Yeah, and then like when you didn't have somebody else, you would like practice by having fruit that would fall to the sword, you know? And like you had to be careful of like which way you cut it and how hard you cut it. You know, I think the thing between this guy and the actual Wilbur, this one just looks a lot more done with life. And I can get behind that. Okay, not too bad. Now a few highlights in the hair. We're not gonna go too hardcore with them. Just gonna follow along. Follow along the dark patches. Just like this. And then we're gonna blend it out a tiny bit. I might even question myself with this. This thing was supposed to be more poofy on this side, but I don't trust that. So we're just gonna kind of go like this. Adding all the highlights that we can. There we go. I wonder if there's ever gonna be a new Donkey Kong game. Maybe. That'd be fun. Well, I don't have a Switch for it. What was it? That's what made me, well, I can't remember. I can't remember a lot of things. I'm just kind of sitting here, like, I've gotten used to what I'm doing now, so I'm just kind of vibing. You know, at least I figured out how to add those tabs, you know? So now I can actually add an about me thing. I switched all of everything that's like below the stream. So literally if you scroll down, you can see all of that stuff, but I hadn't finished it yet before I was supposed to start. I spent all day doing that, and like I ended up like missing everybody's streams because I got so focused on that I just zoned out all day. And not just the fact that I woke up at 11. I also practiced a bit more with my bar chords today. I still can't play them very well, but like, they're there. Yeah. Isn't this the purple city in Pokemon? Isn't this like the evil place where all the dead Pokemon are? Oh, no, this is like the... Oh, do I have a... What is this? Is this a white... realize I had this. Not very helpful though, so suppose now to work on the background a bit. But other than that, I think we're gonna avoid touching the face anymore, except for like a few highlights here and there. You know? I was like maybe deepen this right here. Yeah, we gotta deepen that right there, and then we'll be done touching his face. There we go. Doesn't he look like a nice young guy? I feel old when I say that. So don't question me about the nose. Oh, actually, I need to make that darker. I just realized that. Around this back end of his nose. There's like a thing that goes right there. Okay, you know what? Blending pencil for the win. I don't know if that helped at all. Yeah. These parts, we're just gonna darken a bit. And then now I can stop staring at his pretty little face and move on to the background. Of course, we got the good old railing. So we're gonna add these. That's easy enough to draw in though. We'll just go around him though. Yeah, just like this. We're gonna add this part in as well. Go straight up. Okay, and then we're just gonna blend it a bit. As we can. And that's really all this pool is. It goes out of focus a bit, so it's blended. And that part is darker. And if I remember, they're right here. Right here. Another one right here. Another one right here. Just like that. And there's another one down here. Just like that. We're not going to worry too much about it because it's out of focus anyways. Oh, I hate the water levels with a passion. There we go, and then we're just going to kind of go down on it. Okay, and then up in this corner, this tree. So we're going to do this a bit diligently. And just to blend it. There we go. There you go, that looks something. So I'm just glad that we're almost done with this. And I can go munch off a bunch of cake. This has been a good time though. This has to be like the best of all the paintings. And all the other everything else I've done. You know? And then we'll kind of give it the bridging a bit. Just like that. Ooh, that went up fast. Okay. How to get over top of him. There's not really anything on this top part here. Except for this bell tower thing. It's like right here. It's right there. Up. We just add a bit right here, just for the. This is kind of eerie. I don't know why. Okay, add a blend up here. Add a bit more white right here to get that. There we go. Doesn't look too bad. Then we have this part here. And then it kind of blends with that piece. This piece has like a circle on it. Oh, look how pretty. Yeah, do you think it looks good so far? I think it does. Dun, 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 dun. I think it just looks precious. Okay, we're gonna make this whole thing 4. Right here goes like that. You can find this image on Google. Well, yeah, it looks like a human. It's gonna draw things in his background. He doesn't make his arm. There's a weird pick thing that goes straight down. And then there's the rest of the pole. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da. This needs to come all the way down. Ugh. Well, I think that that is the end of that. So if I angle it so you can properly see it for yourself. Lighting a bit. That is the finished product, you know? That is the finished product for tonight. But I should probably... There we go. Added that. So, would you say that tonight was a success? Because I think it is. It came out so much better than it did originally. I don't know why this cat's not. This cat hasn't been working. Just sits in the corner all cute. I can make it a big cat or a little cat, but I'll keep him right there. Honestly, yeah, I like the cat though. I'm gonna do more with him, figure him out. But anyways, I think that that is the end for now. For once, we made something that didn't come out looking like a nightmare, you know? And oh my god, I just want to show you the contrast between the two. The contrast. Like, just pastels are so much easier than paint. Like, I didn't even finish this dude's hair. He can be a snowball head. I might actually post this on my Instagram. Yeah. I'm actually kind of proud of this one. Yeah, he actually resembles him. Well, I hope you enjoyed today's stream, because I definitely did. We actually did something proper this time. So, oh, wait, why did it want to start doing this song right now? There we go. Well, I'm gonna have to see you later then. Cause, like, we stream tomorrow again. Maybe reactions. It depends on what I feel like. We might see about getting more of the Attaway General going, because I really need to get through that, but I refuse to watch it on my own time. It doesn't like watching Attaway General every so often, you know? Well, this is the end now, so I hope you enjoyed. Goodbye.